And then after this entire thing, he looks at Draupadi and says, I'm leaving. Draupadi says, okay, you leave. Yeah. She doesn't leave. When I read this, I didn't know what I was reading. So she lives, she stays there, she stays back with that kind of a dead body, mass and flesh, mass of flesh and blood, nothing else. And Bhimasena is leaving her. What kind of a woman is not, what kind of a person, forget about women or man, what kind of a human being is not scared of that particular scene, right? But Draupadi is smiling, she's happy, she's contented, she's, yes, this is what I wanted. This is the kind of revenge I wanted you to take. Anyways, Bhimasena leaves, he goes back to his place. He walks back, right? It takes some time for him to walk back. He goes, washes off the blood from his body because he took some time to kill. Then they both, one second, then they both spoke. He walked back. It took some time for him, and by the time he is cleaning, the blood is not coming off. It has stuck to his arms and it has become, it dried actually. It got dried up and he's smelling like blood. So he takes some time to clean everything. He puts some kind of perfumes on his body so that he doesn't smell like blood, and then he tries to sleep.
They have like access to their weapons right now, or are they far away?
No access to any of the weapons. Weapons are still on the tree. Yeah. Okay. So, so this entire episode happens, and this lady is still with that particular dead body. She's there she's alone in the auditorium with the dead body. Then, what is the idea? Like, why are they doing this? Yes.
So then it looks like she killed him.
Sorry?
It looks like she killed him.
No. If she had to kill him, she would have killed him on that very day itself when she went to the palace. That's not the reason. I'll tell you the reason. Yes.
She wants to show that her Gandharva like protectors are always near her and will do anything to protect her.
Correct. Correct. Partly that is the answer. There is also another reason. I'll tell you now. So one of the, okay, now she's still there. This guy washes off everything and he tries to go to bed. Now, she goes outside and she tells, there will be guards everywhere, right? But guards near Nartana Sala will not be very active. Okay, the reason why they chose Nartana Sala is because Nartana Sala is very bustling kind of place during the mornings, but in the night it is pitch dark. There is nobody there, and it is a huge auditorium, and from inside if somebody screams, the screams don't even reach outside. You can't, it's a huge palace, huge place, and it is designed in such a way that the noise doesn't reach outside. Very similar to today's theaters, right? In a theater, there will be so many screens and everything will be, the volume is so high, right? But still outside of the theater, you don't listen, you don't hear any noise, any sounds, right? So it is Nartana Sala is a similar place.
It's hard to hear. You know that like it's like kind of a hallway to the movie room. You don't even hear
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Nartana Sala is that kind of a place. So even if Kichaka screams, nobody should be able to listen to, nobody should be able to hear that noise. That is why they chose Nartana Sala. So Nartana Sala, usually nobody comes in the night. Even those guards are not paying so much of attention. They are relaxed. They are like, nothing will happen. Nobody will come. We have been working here for years. Nobody has come. What will happen? Nothing will happen. So they're not very attentive also. They only have 2 spades and they're roaming around. But so she goes and tells them. She goes and tells them that Kichaka is killed. Kichaka is killed and my husband's killed. 5 of my husbands, they killed Kichaka. Also, the reason why she went and told them is Virata Raja. So this is the plan of Bhimasena and Draupadi. They know for the fact that Virata Raja is dependent on Kichaka for a lot of his security reasons, safety and security reasons of the kingdom. So Virata Raja doesn't announce the death of Kichaka. If he announces the death of Kichaka, there is a possibility that people around the kingdoms around him will wage a war against him, because this is the moment where they can capture Matsyadesa. So he doesn't want, and moreover, somebody outside knowing that, coming to know that king's family went through this kind of death is humiliating to the king, right? So the idea is, if we let this news out, during the daytime, the news will spread like a wildfire. But if it is during the night, the king will react immediately and he will take the dead body and he will cremate it. Nobody will know. Nobody will know the details of it. Why is it so dangerous to know the details of it? Because yes, give it to her. Mike. 1 second.
Because if Duryodhana hears about it, he probably knows how Bhimasena fights, so he might have a doubt.
Correct. Yeah, Atharva, what?
It's dangerous to know the details because if they found out who killed it and if they see the person, they could probably infer that it was possibly Bhima who.
Correct. That's correct. That's right. Yes.
Oh, also, wouldn't the citizens be mad or scared and move out because there's no protection?
Yeah, a lot of things can happen. That also can happen. So it's always best. The best thing to do is not get this guy cremated in the night itself, so that there is not a lot of attention to it. Okay, now those two people come. Those two people who are guarding that Nartanasala, they come. They are scared looking at it. They have never seen a dead body in that kind of a state. They are taken aback. They are shocked. They scream. They're screaming. They're running out of that Nartanasala. They're screaming and they're reaching out to Virata Raja's palace. So now this elaborate plan comes to there is a twist in the plot right now. They have planned elaborately. They have thought about every possibility and they have planned it. But what Bhimasena and Draupadi did not know is Upakichakas always keep following Kichaka. So Upakichakas are in some of the inner chambers of Nartanasala. So even before the king reaches this place, even before anybody reaches this place, 105 of them, they enter the auditorium. Draupadi did not expect. Draupadi is taken aback for a second. But then Draupadi is really not worried about that, because what she is thinking is, they have seen how their brother is killed. Will they really dare to do something to me? They won't. They won't. So I don't think there is this is something that Bhima and I did not expect. It is happening. But do I really have to worry about it? Probably not. I'm fine. And she's standing there in the corner and she's smiling. She's looking at it and she's smiling to herself. She's very happy because he's killed. Then some of the Upakichakas look at the dead body and they faint. Some of them, they vomit because it is so disgusting. And some of them say that, you know what, this lady is the reason why our brother has died. Catch her, tie her to my brother's dead body, and we will cremate her along with the Kichaka. Yes, give him that.
Isn't he the reason he died? Like,
Nasty people don't think like that, right? None of them follow dharma. None of them have their brain functioning in the way it should be. So it's natural for them to put the blame on this lady. So she is the reason why our brother died. Catch her, tie her to the dead body, and take her. They parade her. They tie her to the. But it's not a dead body, right? It is a mass of flesh. So she's actually she's getting stuck into the flesh actually. When she's tied to the body, she's literally getting into it and she's getting stuck into it, and it's a so it is disgusting. But I have to tell you all these details for you to understand why Draupadi gets so furious and she's looking for revenge all the time. 1 second. We'll go in round, okay? Yeah.
Isn't Sudeshna responsible for that? Because if
See, it
she's
is easier
acting-
to make someone who is powerless make responsible for things and take revenge. Okay, so she's tied to that and she's being taken away. Then she screams, she cries. This is something that she did not expect, right? She doesn't have a plan off her cuff to act on it. So a very interesting thing happens here. Dharmaraja would have come with a plan before they go on Ajñatavasa, that if there is ever going to be a situation where any one of us is in danger, we should use code names to call each other. So they have 5 names that they should use in Ajñatavasa, another 5 names which only they know, Only 6 of them know. If somebody is screaming with that name, it means that they are in danger and they need to be somehow saved, somehow. So, what are those names? I did not remember, so I wrote them. Jaya is the name of Dharmaraja. Jayanta is the name of Bhima. Vijayabhidhana is the name of Arjuna. Jayatsena and Jayadbala. All of them have Jaya. I don't know. How does it matter? So this lady starts screaming those names and starts asking for help. Bhimasena, after so much of action, he cannot sleep, right? Obviously, he killed someone. He made a mass of the dead body, and he is not able to sleep. And he's just on his bed. He's rolling on his bed, and suddenly he hears this voice. And then he goes closer to the window and he tries to get a clear not vision.
Aparati.
Yeah. Yes.
If Dharmaraja was there, then he probably would have said, "No, don't kill this person."
That is correct, exactly correct. That is why she did not go to Dharmaraja. She went to Bhima. Right? Yeah.
But how would Bhima hear if he's in the palace?
He's not in the palace. He is in a kitchen area. That is not protected so well as a palace would be protected. He hears this and she was being paraded, right? She is not in Nartanasala anymore. She is being paraded inside the city. So the parade has reached closer to his place, and that is when he hears the 5 names being taken, and he immediately understands that okay, something has gone wrong and I need to go there. What? No, the entire city is sleeping at this moment. Yeah, and in her screaming, she is explaining that these Upakichakas are taking me to the burial ground, and they are planning to burn me. She says that. He hears that thing, and what he does is he jumps out of that particular place, and he rushes to the burial ground, and he reaches the burial ground even before these Upakichakas come. And his usual style, he doesn't have to worry about getting revealed, because now everybody is thinking that it is Gandharvas who killed Kichaka. So what he does is he plucks the tree, huge trees, he plucks them, and when it is dark, the only light they have is probably of some lanterns, and in that light, when he plucks the tree and he's standing, he looks like people get tricked, and he looks like 5 different people. The branches of tree look like limbs, and everybody thinks that it is 5 Gandharvas who came. And out of 105 Upakichakas, some of them go and hide behind trees, some of them go and hide in the pond, but all 105 of them are killed. At the end of it, all 105 of them are killed. And then Bhimasena goes back again, washes all the blood off of his body.